Oh, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Double A Hef here with another dose of the Truth Scope. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm gonna try to keep this one relatively short because I've spoken out on this topic many times. I honestly can't even count. So again, I'm just gonna keep it short, and I'm making this video obviously because we're in the middle of quote unquote Black History Month. So, as I'm sure a lot of you brothers have seen, a lot of the super liberals out there, and definitely the wokeries, they love to push and talk about Black History Month, and freaking garner all this attention for themselves, whether it be on their social media platforms or wherever else. But ultimately, there's no message coming through, you know, and I think that's where I'm going to focus in on this video, because obviously, I think most brothers on this channel already understand that Black History Month is pretty much just a re-indoctrination month that occurs every 12 months for the quote unquote, not only for the just for the quote unquote black community, but also for the quote unquote white community and all the other communities out there. Um, Basically, it starts February 1st. Those of you who went to school in this country, I'm pretty sure the curriculum during Black History Month is pretty much the same, like the same talking points. All right, slavery. We took y'all from Africa, brought you here, put you in slaves, separated you from your families, yada yada yada. You know what I mean? Taught you English, gave you a Bible. Some people marched, we killed them. They fought for good, non-violence, and all. Right, pretty much, basically, right. And there's just so much wrong with that. Because first of all, what is indoctrinating not only the quote unquote black youth, and apparently quote unquote black adults, that hey, yeah, your history starts here. You're gonna have something called Black History Month, right? And then it starts with slavery. That's where it starts. Black history starts with slavery. That's what they're telling you, and that's what quote unquote blacks accept. So that's why when I'm sure I'm not the only one that see a whole bunch of these wokies and liberals all over social media posting stuff about like 1619 and shit like that. Like, listen, motherfucker, like you think that you just were created and quote unquote all of us were just created in the year 1619? Like, come on. And then also these are the same people that are the quote unquote smartest people in the room. And they know better. They know better than you. They know better than me. You know what I mean? And they're on the quote unquote right side of history. Hold on. They're on the quote unquote right side of history. So, and again, it also tells the other demographics that, hey, yeah, no, they weren't shit. They were irrelevant to 1619. Obviously, we brought them motherfuckers over here. We had them working for us. And those were the good old days. And, and we aren't that far away from that, basically. And so indoctrinating those people to think and look at quote unquote blacks that way. Now, the issue is that is so skewed and far from the truth that, and I've spoken about this so many times, and I've laid out some books that y'all can read. I'm not gonna do that right now because I want to keep this video short. But listen, there's a plethora of reading materials out there that that tell you the truth. Honestly, if you just start with the damn Bible, that's probably not the easiest read for most people, but that the Bible is a historical text. So if you're not about the Bible, then obviously there's some other authors. I'll name one off the top of my head. Claude Anderson. He's got some pretty decent books about what was going on back then. Now they're not the best, but it definitely is like a nice how do they say, like a gateway. You know how they call weed like a gateway drug? Him and Dr. Claude Anderson and his like first couple books is definitely a great gateway, I think, to coming into understanding that, hey, all this shit you were told was some bullshit. Okay, for most people. So yeah, I definitely recommend checking some of his books out. Again, that's Dr. Claude Anderson. You may know him from doing some of the lives with what's that nigga name? Royce. I think Royce. Ah, shit, I forgot his name. The chubby black dude. I'm pretty sure his name is Royce. If one of y'all know his name, please put it in the comments. I am just blanking when it comes to this dude's name. I'm pretty sure it's Royce. Boyce Watkins. Dr. Boyce Watkins, I believe it is. Boyce. I don't know. I'm not gonna stay hung up on that. But anyway, so look, we all understand that quote unquote Black history is pretty much some bullshit, right? But ultimately, again, what this video is mainly about is that the issue comes, and you should be able. Well, actually, you should be able to see this issue every year for 28 to 29 days. It's a whole bunch of the same shit, right? What the fuck comes from it? Do you see these super liberals, super wokey all around, posting shit with the fist, which is Marxist, by the way, posting on any of this stuff? Do you see them coming up with any solutions? Do you see anything changing from this? And the answer is no. The answer is no. I've been on this planet for not many years, relatively speaking, but long enough to know that Black History Month ain't nothing gonna come from it. It's not like, hey, Black History Month 2025, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna get reparations or some shit like that. Like, no, you would think at least these freaking quote unquote liberals, liberal blacks, especially led by the quote unquote black woman, that hey, because she's so educated, that's she always wants to throw that in your face, right, black man? She's so educated that they graduate college with 4 degrees at a higher clip than quote unquote black men, and they know all this, they know all that, right? You would think that since they're freaking like leading this shit, that they would say, hey, let's get something out of this, because every year it's the same shit, right? We're just talking, but no, it's never gonna happen. Why? Because first of all, if you're following a woman, you're not going anywhere. Period, point blank. And I don't care how that might sound. It's just the truth. All right. And most women know that. Most women know that they're not fit to lead. Now, is that all women? No, of course not. Some can. Very, 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 very few can. And even those ones, I would definitely still be reluctant to follow. I'm not, that's not my cup of tea, following some women around. So they can't lead, fly us to shit. So that's why you don't see anything coming from this. So when y'all see these groups in February talking all that, it's not about the talk. It's about the actions. What the hell are you doing? And more often than not, when they do something, it's actually not helping you, quote unquote, black man. It will more than likely be helping the quote unquote black woman. So for those of y'all brothers that don't understand where I'm coming from, don't understand basically anything that I said in this video, and you made it this far, please do yourself a favor. Go back to the beginning of my videos and just start watching. All right? That way you can come into understanding on how this thing called the world and life actually works. Okay? Because you're getting used as like a goddamn pawn out here, black man. And that's just the reality of it. And the quote unquote black woman is like, it's like she understands that where she's at in life, and she's content with it. Basically, as long as she's above you, she's content with that. Because the quote unquote black woman has been actionized to compete with quote unquote black men from the time that they're young all the way up until now. They're actionized to do that. Right? Now, who, you may be asking, is the one actionizing them to do that? Who could it possibly be, right? Now, of course, we know who it is. It's the quote-unquote liberal whites, okay? In particular, the liberal Caucasian Jews. But we have to understand that. We have to understand, hey, what field we're playing on. For instance, if you're playing in a football game on Sunday, right, wouldn't it behoove you to know what the weather's going to be, right? Because that's going to change up a lot of things. It's going to change up a lot of the strategies involved in the game. For instance, if you're a defensive back, for those of you that don't know, I played defensive back the majority of my life. And if you're a defensive back and it's a freaking rainy day, like heavy rain, right, you're going to be expecting more run plays, right? I'm not saying that you should necessarily cheat up, but I mean, obviously, know what where you're capable of, with the conditions of the field, how muddy it is, how fast can you pivot your shoulders to turn around, and open up to, get out if you do come down, you know what I mean? And also when you do come down for the run, you obviously want to keep in mind, I got to really make sure I'm breaking down, squaring up, and leading through, because I'm not trying to literally come out here and get my knees snapped, you know what I'm saying, in some mud. So, it will behoove you to know what the hell's going on. So again, quote unquote black man, it would behoove you to know what's going on as it pertains to you. The quote, and I made a video, I'm pretty sure it's titled, the quote unquote black woman is not your friend, black man. She's not your friend. She is not your damn friend, man. Okay, again, she knows where she's at in life right now, in accordance to, like, quote unquote white society, and she's okay with that spot right now, because again, she is above you. And when they talk about, the wage gap difference and wage this, wage that, they're not talking about you. They're talking about the quote unquote white man. All right, brothers. So I'm pretty much wrapping this one up, because I didn't want to make a long video about Black History Month. I just wanted to touch on something very specific, and that's pointing out that these people that are so loud and like ooh rah rah about Black History Month, and for the whole month of February, their goddamn profile pictures of fucking Marxist fist with the red, green, and black flag and stuff like that. And these people don't know shit about the red, green, and black flag. Can't tell you shit about Marxism, unless they're trained in it, because a lot of them actually are. A lot of them actually are trained in it, and they know exactly what the fuck it is, and they embrace it. And that's part of the damn problem. That a lot of them actually do know it and they embrace it. Okay, but there's others out there, many out there that don't know what the fuck it is, and they just post it, just and go with the flow, because they're just indoctrinated in Marxism. And if you're listening to this video and you don't know what Marxism is, I've made videos about what Marxism is, and I've also laid out in said videos different reading materials that you can obviously go to the library, get, order on Amazon, or whatever you want to do. There might even be like some audiobooks on YouTube, and then listen to it, read it, whatever, but get that information, get that knowledge. Too often I make videos and brothers always in the comments like, oh, just talking some other nonsense. Like, I get it. You know what? Hey, you might be skeptical about the things that I'm saying, right? But that's fine. If as long as I open up your brain, it's up to you to do the legwork. It's up to you to say, all right, you know what? He said something crazy. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. You're probably listening to me right now, right? On a cell phone. All right? Probably 80% of my listeners are using cell phones to listen to the videos or watch the videos, whatever you want to say. So that same cell phone, you don't even have to close out the video. You could literally, because most cell phones now allow you to keep YouTube open like picture in picture, and then go and do whatever you got to do. So as I'm literally saying it, you can go and fact check me. But too often time, I have these quote unquote liberal black dudes all up in my shit, right? Like some damn bitches, and just making themselves look foolish. And that's why I don't respond half the time, because it's like, if you're not gonna do the legwork, right? If you're not gonna do the legwork on your own, look, I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with you, all right? Like a damn bitch, all right? That's up to you. If you don't want to learn and understand what the hell's going on, then you know what, man? Exit stage left, and be well on your own. This channel is for the brothers that want to understand, that are open to understanding, and pretty much deep down always knew that something was a bit off, but they just couldn't put their damn finger on it. That's who this channel is for. All right, obviously, quote unquote black men, or young men up to men. That's who this channel is for. But